Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I am going to be sharing the setup of my new personal planner. This is the Louis Vuitton MM Agenda, also known as just a personal size planner. So I have gotten a lot of questions when I shared that I purchased this planner, which was a little shocking because I've always kind of used a personal planner on and off, primarily Giulio's, which are not that far off in price point for this type of planner. Preloved, I should add. I'm not sure that I'm in a place where I would have purchased this brand new. I definitely knew for a very long time that I wanted one of these, but I also knew that I was just gonna go ahead and go the Preloved route because I do like to hop from planner to planner from time to time. That's just the hobby side of it for me. I probably have one planner that I consistently use throughout the whole year, which is my Erin Condren Life Planner, and everything else truly is for the love of the hobby and the love of the community, the planner community. So back to purchasing this. This was definitely a, obviously not a need. It wasn't even a wish list thing for me. This was like a bucket list planner. I'm sure if you know anything about the Louis Vuitton planners, they are pricey indeed. The big questions that I got were, why did I get this planner? And what role would it play in my planning system? And the honest to goodness answer, the why, is because I wanted to, and it's my money. I really don't know how to answer that question. And that's kind of one of the things, without going on too long of a tangent, one of the things that bugs me about the planning community is people insisting on an explanation. I don't have one that's probably going to please very many people. I've wanted this planner, I got it. All right, so let's move on. I am by no means a Louis Vuitton expert. I did, however, I did do a lot of research. I mean, for a very long time, I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted it to look like, and I knew that I wanted it pre-loved. With that comes knowing what to look for as far as damage and things like that over time. When you're getting pre-loved things, there's just wear and tear. So I, in the process of looking, kind of came across an eBay seller that was beyond phenomenal communication-wise. She had this thing authenticated. It's just an amazing, amazing shape. Sorry, the sun is kind of going in and out. It's a gorgeous day here. But she had this thing authenticated. She was very open as far as like communication goes, and I think that that's really important when you're buying pre-loved, is to do your absolute research. I went in other groups to see the things that people were bringing up, like what to look for when you're buying pre-loved, and that's the thing that I was really paying attention. So as you can see along the edge, there's really not a whole lot of wear and tear. The one thing that gives it away that it has some age to it is just this right here, which I heard is actually quite common as these things age. I do believe that this planner, I'd have to go back and look at my eBay receipt, is right around 7 years old. And I don't care who you are, a Giulio is not gonna look this good 7 years later unless you just don't breathe on it. And that brings me to another reason, again, without giving too much explanation, is that I knew that I wanted something obviously more on the luxury side. My issue with Giulio's is that you literally cannot breathe on them without them getting some sort of like an oil stain or a scratch or something. And I know Giulio's are known for the scratches, you can rub them out, but I like something that's a little bit more durable that I feel like I can throw in my bag and not worry about, you know, things happening to it. So I hope that didn't freak anyone out. So let's go ahead and finally jump into the planner. I think I've talked her ears off quite a bit. So I shared in one of my previous videos earlier this week that I purchased quite a bit of things from Cloth and Paper. So in here are things from Cloth and Paper, Amy Plans, and I think I still have some Peanuts Planner Co. I think I still have some inserts from there because I've had rings set up for quite some time. I just had to take out some old inserts, and I did remove some things that were really personal in here. In the front pocket, in the MM Agenda, it's filled with like all of these card slots. I'm not so sure that I'll ever use these as use this planner as a wallet. So for now, I just kind of keep a bunch of the cloth and paper little cards that look cute, and I just have an ollie clip there, and it's like the animal print one. So first things first, all of the dividers are from cloth and paper, along with, if I remember correctly, all of my dashboards are also from there. So there's a cloth and paper dashboard. I just kind of layered those two together, and I went and got the 2020 vertical weekly layout with lines. And one of the ways I should say that I will be using this planner, let me go to, I didn't get these till the beginning of February, so I didn't fill out January at all. But one of the ways that I will be using this planner is that you won't see any really plan with me's in this planner, because I kind of wanted something that I wasn't afraid to immediately write on paper what was happening. I'm trying to think of the words to explain it, but you know, like in your Erin Condren, you don't really write on the paper right away because it's a creative outlet. That planner system anyway is more of a creative outlet, so we're always saving it for our kits and stuff like that. And I just wanted something where if someone told me that I had an appointment next week, like here I'm already into next week, I'm just gonna go ahead and write it in. I'm not worried about, oh, I can't write it in yet because I'm gonna film a plan with me, or I have a specific kit, so I can't exactly write in my agenda just yet. I didn't want this to be that. I really just wanted it to be a very straightforward, streamlined system that really doesn't see the light of day too often on social media. It's more so for me. So this section has the, like I said, the cloth and paper verticals with the lines. I really do love these inserts. They're so beautiful. And then I go into the next section. I just have another one of the dashboards here. This is a list section, and to be quite honest, I kept a lot of lists from years before. Like I said, I've had rings set up for a very long time. I just don't always use them as much as I've used this system so far. Like I even kept a wish list from 2018 in my planner. I kind of like to go back and see the things that I was wanting at one point and see how they've changed. I started a list for this year. It's not all very neat and tidy. Like I said, this thing comes with me in my bag, and as I think of things, I just jot them down. So I think these might be Annie plans, and then these were a Coffee Monster Co. collab. They're just kind of all intermingled in here. I have some notes for Go Wild as far as like my itinerary and expenses and fun stuff like that. I have some coupon codes here. This is kind of like just a catch-all section in here of just various lists. Like I even have a list of things I was gonna get rid of in 2019 to sort of minimize the clutter in my office area. Some collab notes from a video that's already been filmed. Let's see, at one point I was tracking which nails I wanted to order from Red Aspen. I've kind of taken a break from using those. And then I just have some additional, I printed these wrong, by the way. This is not how they come out, but I was like, this is literally note paper. I'm not gonna get super like worried about it. I still wanted to use it because they were super cute, but I had my printer settings wrong, and I was like, screw it, I'm still gonna use these as note paper. So on to the projects section. I haven't filled out this reoccurring tasks in here just yet, but this will be just more of a home section. So this will have like kind of what I have like in my Erin Condren, so like changing the filters, cleaning the baseboards, things like that. I really need to fill it in. Like I said, I didn't have this system set up for January, but now I want to have it set up for February moving forward. This home project section I have had in here for forever in various personal size planners, and I just decided to keep it instead of reinventing the wheel, because it's kind of been nice to see the projects that we have dreamt of or planned for and which ones were actually accomplished. So we actually got a lot done for like our living room area. What else? Loft area. The laundry room was repainted this past year. It's just, we've made a lot of progress. I really, really like that. Next up is our finance section. I use these Annie Plans Printables. It comes, I think, with like 5 years. So I've already used up the first 2 years. But what I did was, and I pulled out the one for 2019, but before I fill this in, before I knew I was gonna film this, I didn't want to put too much private information out there, but what I was gonna do was mark color coded my paydays, Jesse's paydays, my social media payday. We have a couple of other streams of income, and I like to color code it, and you can get a full year snapshot instead of a month at a time, which I really love that idea. So I have 2020 all the way through 2022 in here, which is awesome. From Peanuts Planner Co., I just kind of have a running online order list. I've kind of started this back in November and then didn't use personal rings in December and January, and now here I am back at it. So I've started keeping a log for that. And I know that I purchased these from Peanuts Planner Co., but I can't find the file on my computer. So I'm either gonna have to repurchase them or purchase like some additional ones from Cloth and Paper. So this section has some health and wellness stuff in it. I don't know how often I'm gonna do things like this, like track steps. This one is also from Annie Plans Printables. And I'll be sure to leave links for everything down below. I didn't wanna forget to say that. But yeah, right now I'm keeping track of steps in here. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep that in here for, but I do have a log where I track my weight, or at least plan to. I started to do the compass assessment thing from Moxie Life in here before the planners came out, and then the planners came out and I didn't see a point in filling this out. So this is probably gonna get removed. In here, I have a log that I have had in here since the beginning of last year, so the beginning of 2019, where I would track my TSH levels, which is for my thyroid stuff, and what level of medication I'm on and things like that. This comes in really handy at the doctor's office, especially right now when I am in the middle of switching endocrinologists and things may not transfer over from one provider to another. Then I have like a running log of how things are. And plus it gives me a nice little snapshot, like my blood hasn't been drawn since November and I'm really due. It's supposed to get done every 6 months in case my medication needs to be adjusted. So the last section is literally filled with, and I forgot to take some stuff out, but I have these pockets from Filofax, and I've been keeping like receipts back here for random things, a few extra stickers. I don't really intend on using a whole lot of stickers here. There's some business cards in front of here, like one for the dentist, one for a local college, just some other random things. I even have some, let's see, some of these bad boys. I know some of you remember these. These are the Martha Stewart dewdrops. I don't know why. I was like, these just belong in here, and hopefully I will actually use them. We will see. Like I said, just some receipts there. Back here, I have got way too much. I love this pocket back here, but it's already getting very full. I just have some Cloth and Paper stickers, and when I say some, I mean like a lot, like way more than I actually need, along with a card statement that I needed to reference when I was at work. So that's just what I'm keeping back there. And then I just have another Ollie clip because at one point I was given something, I think it was a business card or something, and I just clipped it back there. I do wish that there were pockets here, but at the same time, I love the slimmer profile, like not the weight of so much leather, even though I know this isn't leather, it's coated canvas, don't come at me. But some additional pockets would have been nice here. I typically use my tool pen in here, and I don't have any issues with getting my pen in and out of here, even with the little rubber grip on there. I have heard that some of the older Louis Vuitton agendas have a much smaller pen loop and almost like no pen can fit in them. So, and this coupon's already been used, so I'm not worried about it showing. But so yeah, that is my setup for this planner. My overall goal, like I said, is just to kind of have an agenda for myself where I'm not so worried about decorating it and all of that stuff, where I can just say if someone tells me I have an appointment coming up in, I don't know, here in April, I'll actually write it in because I'm not worried about using stickers or anything like that. I do use the very minimal, simple stickers that Cloth and Paper sells. I've also used a few times some mild liner highlighters in here just because, like I said, I just kind of want to keep it very simple, straight and to the point. I do have another Cloth and Paper order coming today to add some things to my finance section. So I'll try to do an update here and there, but just for future reference, I really do not intend on doing any plan with me's. I may do updated setup videos of this system, but that's really where I wanna keep it. All right, so let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts or questions or anything like that about this system that I have. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. If you are already subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell down below. I do post videos every single week here on YouTube. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.